Hello everybody, this is me, ManBet201. Today reviewing Takara Legends Cup, which is the figure right over here. Now we'll go look at the package first. So, hold on. Let's go back a bit. There we go, we got a nice artwork right there of Cup and his Target Master buddy. That same artwork on the side. Product shots. What everything does and everything, and that shenanigans. So some nice picture, some nice artwork. And some more product shots. And some Japanese words. And that little beast horse thing at the bottom. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. And yeah. Now let's get back to the figures. Alright. So, here is the Titan Returns Cup. And the Legends Cup. Now we'll go over the two Titan Masters first. So hold on, let me zoom in or try to. There we go. As you can see, his legs are painted, the lower half, and then his visor and his face is painted, whereas his face is not painted at all. We go back here, the upper part of his head's painted, addition to inside there, his face is painted, eyes are painted. His face and eyes are the only paint applications on the figure. Wow, that was quite hilarious that just happened. Oof. Okay, so anyways, I was going to fold up these heads and show you the faces. So yeah, this reminds me of the UK comics, the Marvel UK stuff from back in the day, where this is definitely Toon, and I much prefer this head. Now, if we got this head, but just in these colors, I would have not really cared. I actually probably would have not bought the Legends one, because I'm honestly actually fine with the toy colors. It doesn't really bother me that much. It was the face was bothering me like crazy, and you get a Target Master, and I already have a cartoon looking Blur, so it was like, why not have a cartoon looking Cup? And I'm actually glad I got him, because there's some changes in robot mode that I do like, but in car mode, I will have to say this Cup is much superior. As you notice, his arms are much more blockier, so as a result, it looks like it's clean. It's very clean how it goes down here. Whereas here, you can see a giant gap, and it just, it looks pretty bad. This just looks overall more cohesive. And let me just remove this. This Target Master. We'll transform him in a bit. So yeah, there's that. Here's how they look. And I prefer how Hasbro painted up here, whereas they painted down here. I just like the look of how that looks better over that, but even in robot mode, I kind of like how that looks better. But anyways, that's just a small little nitpick. So he's like a teal, like multiple shades of like teal, whereas he has like a light blue and this weird gray blue color, which is very accurate to the '86 movie and the cartoon, so I can't really complain there. He's very accurate to the toy, so yeah, it's transformable. I could do his transformation in my sleep. Since we already covered it in the Titan Returns video, I am just simply going through the motions right here. I'll link it somewhere in the video or in the description. If you want to see the transformation for this figure and me talking about it in depth, I'll put the link to the Titan Returns review, which I did that a while back. I think that was, I can't remember what review number it was, what video number in the playlist, but if you check my Titan Returns playlist, you should be able to find it there, no problem, because that playlist is really small. Okay, so we attach his head. There we go. Boom, there we got Cup in robot mode. And before we discuss him, we're going to get the other one in the robot mode. I really love this transformation. There's something about it. I just love how these legs go. Like, I could literally transform this figure like all day. There's quite a few Titan Returns figures I can do that with, and I think that just shows the quality of the line. It was probably one of Hasbro's and Takara's best lines by far. Siege is really good, so I just have to see how Siege goes and see what future offerings we get from Siege. But yeah, because it's too early to judge Siege right now. It does have a better start than Power of the Primes did, I will say that, so yeah. Okay, let's get the weapons in his hands. Alright. There we go. He has his weapon, and we got the Target Master in there. Now, paint schemes are drastically different. Very, very different. As you can see. And you can see his arms look more boxier, whereas his are round, and that just looks much better and pleasing. There's a guy in Shapeways who fixed the problem with this, where he did the smoothness, still kept the blockiness on the vehicle mode. It's weird how it's cool how he did it, and if you have that problem where you don't like either of them two, you can the arms you could just do that fix. Granted, you got the paint match, which it's going to be easier paint matching him than it is paint matching him, because he has multiple colors, and yeah, that's going to be a nightmare. This would be a lot easier to paint match, but yeah. I'm thinking about selling him. I'm not too sure yet, because I'm definitely keeping him. But yeah, for size comparison, here is Power of the Primes Hot Rod. And for another size comparison, here is United Ricochet. I think I'm not standing him up right. Okay, no, he's just, I forgot, this mold's a bit taller than most of the figures that came out at the time, which is interesting. Now you may be asking, why is he shorter than Power of the Prime's Hot Rod? Well, it's because he's actually a leader class figure. Hold on, for those of you who don't know this mold, yeah, he also is Rodimus Prime. So the figures, when they're in their base mode, which I would consider this like the base mode, I guess, they're like taller than the Deluxe, but smaller than the Voyager. It's kind of like how Titan Returns Fortress Maximus was, which I don't think I've reviewed on this channel. So yeah, I'll be doing a review of him and his counterpart, his reverse. In the future. And then I got a third-party review too coming up soon, because I bought a new third-party item. It was an iGear item, and yeah, I don't have anything good to really say about it. I'll leave you guessing which iGear thing it is. No, it's not the Hound or the Ratchet, just to let you guys know. It's not either of those two, because I'm pretty sure I would have been happy with those two, because I've heard good things about them. So yeah, so we got that size scale out of the way. Let's actually look at the Target Master. So we'll go over articulation with him since this is brand new. Okay, wait a minute. He transforms very similarly to other Target Masters of recent years. So you just, and these are supposed to peg in, but they really don't peg in. It's really weird because there's like, okay, hold on. There's like these peg holes, but then they don't really peg in. It's just really weird. You want to flip them out, flip these around. First you want to bring that down, then turn his head around. By turning his waist. Yeah, his head's connected by his waist. That is really weird, but you know, whatever. Because you have to detab this from here, like, attached. You hear that clicking sound. And here we go. He has knees, but since his legs are pinned that way, he has knees, but since his legs are pinned like that, he doesn't have any outward articulation. Which, compared to some of the, like, Nightstick, or Nebulon, as he's called in this case, Ricochet's partner, or Stepper's partner. He's pinned the same way, so he can't do that either. So it's not like a thing of like I was like severely disappointed by it or anything, but yeah. His arms do have ball joints. And yeah, his arms do have ball joints. They're very nice. Very, very nice. And yeah, there's no elbow here, of course, but I mean, I don't really expect that at this size. I barely expected the knees. Even considering how he transforms, I was not expecting them to really fold. But they kind of sort of have to make the gun mode possible. But let me put him down and put him right next to Nightstick. And you can see Nightstick here is, I believe, actually taller. I think. Hold on, let me lower the camera down. Yeah, Nightstick is taller. Okay, let me. Now I'm like trying to lock my camera. So yeah, if they both had the same articulation, so they got the knee bend to like 90, and the double jointed elbow, so you can see there. Swivel. Waist articulation, 360 degrees, 360. They both have the exact articulation, and yeah. And overall, both figures I would recommend just to two different collectors. If you like the toy aesthetic, go for him. If you like the show aesthetic, go for him. It really just depends on what do you think of Cup. And now, if you want the toy aesthetics but you hate that face, there is a Shapeways option from Steam Shield, I believe it is. The user on Shapeways, he made a replacement face for him. Looks much better. Looks closer to that. And I would highly recommend it. He also, in addition, made a more of an IDW style. So if you want to turn this to an IDW Cup, you can do that as well. So yeah, so you have the G1 face and IDW one. So you can go for whatever you want with that from Shapeways. So I'll put the link to Steam Shield's Shapeways thing in the description below, so you can check that out. He has some really great items. I have gotten a few of his items before for some of my customs, and they turned out really good because of it, and I would highly recommend his products. I got to do a review of those two figures sometime soon. It's my Runamuck and Runabout customs. Well, my Runamuck isn't really custom, he's more just, I guess if you called giving him a new head a custom, because the figure was Runamuck, it was the club one. I just changed the head so it'd be actually Runamuck head and not Runabout's head. I don't have club Runabout, so I just got a that Generations Wheeljack and just repainted it black. And gave it a new head and put some red on there as well. And yeah, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention an articulation. You get that thigh swivel. But yeah, as I said, I went through pretty much all the articulated points before. I guess I'll do similarities, I guess, between the figures. Oof, sorry for covering the camera there. Okay, so this upper arm area is exactly the same on both of the figures. The hands are the same. And that's it for the arms. As far as the body, the chest is exactly the same, the waist is exactly the same. The whole lower half of the figure and upper half, excluding the arms, is the same. It's just, yeah, just the arms are the only difference in the face, obviously. But yeah, these are both two good figures. You can still get him relatively cheap. He's still at his retail pricing, which was like 40 bucks. So get him now before his price starts to jump up stupidly high. Because I did that with Blur, and oof. Luckily I was able to find an eBay deal that was really good. But that was because my Blur had kind of an error when it was manufactured. And yeah, that talk about that when I do that review. I actually already had the review recorded. I just gotta post it. But yeah, we're getting back to posting, so hooray! So yeah, I got some scheduled reviews, and then yeah, we're just kind of posting stuff now. Get into the posting, which is fun again. It's fun doing this. I miss doing this. I really want to do one of my video game reviews. I'm playing through a game currently, Dusk. It's an indie game. I actually want to do this my next review because I think while I'm going to do this review in a different format than I did in the other ones, it's still going to be like video-like, but I'll talk about that in an update video instead of going on a long tangent about that in this review. So I'll just leave that for another time. But yeah, we got more Transformer stuff on the way. I don't think I reviewed Power the Prime's Hot Rod, so we'll get to that. And his counterpart, as I was saying earlier. And yeah, and oh, also get to these guys, the Battle Masters from Siege, and actually Siege figures. By the time this gets uploaded, I don't know if I've uploaded the Siege figures yet or not. I really don't know if I would have them up yet or not. I'm pretty sure I'll probably upload this before then, but just in case not, yeah, there's that. I'll do a size comparison with all the Target Masters then, but yeah, that is pretty much it. I would highly recommend both figures, but it depends on what you need for your collection. And there's always the Generations Cup figure and multiple repaints as well, which is a good figure, don't get me wrong. That is a great figure, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a G1S cup, and both of these cups fill that role, but this is the one I'm going to have on my display. It fills what I'm doing currently on my shelf, which is a G1 aesthetic. Very cartoon aesthetic. Which is why I'm using my Power of the Prime's hot rod as my hot rod instead of the Titan Returns one. Because the Titan Return one is a little bit stylized. And yeah, it's very stylized and everything, and not this figure, but the Generations one is. And this is a little stylized because, like, if it was actually accurate to the cartoon model, and actually even the G1 toy for that matter, this whole chest area would have been much thinner, but they had it longer so they can do the Titan Master and the car gimmick thing, which I get, and I actually like it wider anyways. It just makes it look better. And I guess pleasing, but if you want that thinner thing, I think you can actually fake that with repo labels. So yeah, you can do that, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I made a review of the repo labels, maybe slap them on him, see how that looks. I would have no idea how that would look, but yeah. So anyways, this has been me, ManBet201, as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, we got Vinyl Wars Magnus coming up next, because Siege Magnus should be coming in soon, so I want to review Combine Wars Magnus before Siege Magnus comes out, because he technically is out yet because somebody got a review out already, but I haven't seen him yet, and my Big Bad order from Big Bag Toy Store hasn't shipped yet. It still says pre-order, so yeah, so if I see it in stores beforehand, I'm just going to cancel that pre-order and then pick it up. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. Signing out. Peace.